Hello all, it's Jmix here, and I humbly ask all my YouTube subs and viewers to check out Riskie Forever's new book, Art Is My Life, The Streets, Tupac, Death Row Records, and Now. It's a must-read for any Death Row Records fan. It has behind-the-scenes stories and never-before-seen artwork. Get your copy today by going to Amazon.com, your local Barnes & Nobles, or you can check out www.riskieforever.com. That's www.riskieforever.com. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump right on in to my full-length interview with Riskie Forever.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
Now, I'd heard a story that you were blessed enough to see Pac rap some of his Makaveli era songs during an interview before they were out. Can you tell us a little bit about that situation and your reaction?
You know what? I used to be around George Price a lot. George Price would take me to the studio with him a lot. You know, a lot of times I would be at Death Row. My work would be done. I'd have projects that were already ready, months ahead of time. So he would take me with him because a lot of artists used to pick on him. So he used to take me with him because he felt like if I was with him, they'd kind of like leave him alone. So he had took me to an interview that he had set up for Snoop for the Dogfather album. And we went, it was actually for BRE magazine. So we went over to Can-Am and he was conducting the interview with Snoop, and Pac came in. And when Pac came in, he started talking about the new Makaveli album. So at that time he started talking about it. He started playing a couple of cuts from that album, and he started, reciting the raps and performing like right there in front of us. A lot of the songs that I heard, they end up not being on the album, so it kind of made me wonder, like, what happened to that song? Because a lot of stuff that he was spitting, I mean, it was, Tupac was incredible, with his word and his lyrics, his albums, his music, everything was dope. So it always made me wonder what happened to those songs. So, and that what comes with the fact that it was supposed to be an underground album and not a commercial release.
Now, tragically, the last time you spoke to Pac was on September 6th. How did that day start out for you, and can you share the memories of that conversation?
I mean, the day started out cool. I was in the office. I had just gotten the proofs back from the Makaveli album artwork, which is the front and the back cover. I got a call from Roy Tespot. Roy, he was Suge's personal assistant. He worked in the front office. He told me to take the album art down to Tupac, which Tupac had, and he had a penthouse off of Wilshire Boulevard in a place called the Wilshire House. So Roy sent me down there to take him the artwork so he can approve of it. My friend Janella, she worked in the back office with me. She used to dance with MC Hammer, a year prior. She was still doing things with Hammer, but me and her became good friends because we used to share a space. So she drove me down to meet up with Pac. So when I took everything to him, I showed Pac. He approved of the album cover. He liked the artwork. And at that time, he wanted me to start painting pictures for his home because Death Row was about to give me an art show. I was about to be the first visual artist off the label, and they were setting up to give me an art show. Pac was going to host it. So he was telling me that day, like, yo, I'm going to host this art show for you. Once you get everything, we get everything together when we get back from Vegas. Like, he told me that, the walls were naked in his pad. He needed something on them, so start painting pictures, and he was going to start putting them around. He was basically like giving me the go-ahead, telling me he was basically going to endorse me. But, that next day he ended up getting shot, and, things didn't happen the way, that they were meant to happen.
I do have to ask, was he in good spirits? Because there's a flip side of the coin. Some people say he was unhappy. Some people say that he was completely happy. In your experience, and I know you can't judge the man's feelings, but outwardly, was he in good spirits that day?
I mean, that day he was in good spirits. He was excited, especially when I gave him the album artwork. He was really excited, and he was really pumped up for me to, do stuff around his house. A lot of people will probably think, oh, it's just his story. There's just something he want to say to make himself. I know he was really pumped up that day. He was telling me like, "Yo, you gotta, start doing this, start doing that." Like he was in real good spirits that day. Like it was enough to have me excited. So can't wait to get back from Vegas to get started.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
What up, shut up?